Hi everyone. The purpose of this video really is just to introduce ourselves and welcome you to our YouTube channel. I'm Tony and this is Joanne.
Hi.
And we are known, I guess, collectively as Travel Trash. So just to let you know, I guess, a little bit about ourselves. We're an Australian couple in our early 60s. We decided to, I guess, maybe around about 6 months ago or more, resigned from our jobs. We had turned 60 and decided that we wanted to start living life a little bit more than what we had been. We've both had very long careers in management field, more so we just thought it might be time to spend some time with each other and looked at, I guess, what was happening in Australia. Those of you who are living in Australia know that it's very expensive to live in Australia now, and we've copped a lot of questions about retiring in Europe rather than doing the traditional buy a caravan and a ute and travel around Australia. That would be great as well, and no doubt at some point we may do that as well. But for now we've moved over. We're in France. We've bought a motorhome, as you can see, and I guess the long-term plan really is to live in the motorhome, travel around, see as much as we can, take our time, be very budget conscious. We plan on doing regular updates on the channel, so it'd be good if you could follow us and come on the journey with us. What do you think? Where are we going to go, Joanne? What are we going to do?
So we will be travelling through Europe with the Schengen rules, so we have to be in and out of the Schengen every 3 months. Prior to picking up the motorhome, we went to Turkey and we spent a bit of time in Paris. This is the balcony from our beautiful little Airbnb that we stayed at when we were in Cappadocia. Each night we could sit on the balcony. I'd have a glass of wine, Tony would have a beer. In the mornings we could get up and see the hot air balloons. It was just the most magical place we'd ever been in. We felt like we were living in a fairy tale. But of course, just watching the hot air balloons wasn't enough for us. We had to go up in one. I'm frightened of heights, so it was a little bit scary for me, but it really was a magical time. And if you go to Cappadocia, I would suggest that you invest extra and have a hot air balloon ride. And we're making our way through France up to Ireland. So in France, we stayed in Saint-Jean's, and it was a beautiful little village. We had a chateau at the back of us and a beautiful little river running beside us. It was a free camp up in an airs, really, really lovely. We went for a bike ride to Bayeux, and it is listed as one of the prettiest villages in France. The bike ride was absolutely stunning. We were going through little forests and we had beautiful views come up with poppies. Well, I don't know, I'm not really good at flowers, I'm guessing they were poppies. And then we came out at the foot of the village. It was very small but very pretty. It was postcard perfect. It really did deserve the title of being one of the prettiest villages in France. Leaving Bayeux, we went to Honfleur. Honfleur is a seaside village where a lot of Parisians go. It's very, very pretty. We were supposed to be there last year in 2023, but there was a typhoon. You probably heard about it, and we got delayed for 3 days, so we didn't actually make it to Honfleur, but our friends had a lovely time without us, and then we met up and went to Danaan. Leaving Honfleur, we went to Bayeux. Now, we were supposed to go there last year as well, while we were spending our time in Honfleur, and it was a real must-see for me. I wanted to see the Bayeux tapestry, so now was my opportunity to see it. So we headed over to Bayeux. We had a bit of difficulty getting a park, but we finally got one, and I didn't get to see the tapestry because we stumbled upon a medieval festival. There were just so many people there, and it was such a great day. We decided we'd probably go back another time to see it when there just weren't so many people in the town. A lot of people were in costume and weren't even necessarily part of the festival. Lots of the French people turned up dressed as medieval. It was a real sight to see. It was something special. We'll be spending 3 months in Ireland, and that'll get us 3 months out of the Schengen, and then we'll go back mid-October, and we'll be heading to Norway for the Northern Lights. When we finish there, we're going to head back down to Germany for Christmas. Hopefully we'll get our first white Christmas, and then after that we have to get out of the Schengen again, and we're probably going to head down to Bosnia-Herzegovina, Montenegro, and when our 3 months are up there, we'll ferry across to Italy and make our way back up again. The intention is to see as much of Europe as we possibly can, obviously, and we will jot out of the Schengen into places like Bosnia-Herzegovina, Montenegro, Turkey, Georgia. We can use Ireland, the UK, Morocco, and we will have visits back to Australia as well. So the itinerary is flexible and will change based on weather and what we feel like at the time.
In the meantime, it's all about van life, which will be very interesting. We all know the positives about travelling around in a motorhome. You can pull up pretty much, you can't pull up anywhere. I mean, there's subject to certain rules and regulations and so forth, and we'll be using an app called Park for Night, which seems to be the #1 app for motorhomers over here. From other people that we've spoken to, they've seemed to use it on a regular basis. But really, I guess, looking forward to just pulling in, setting up somewhere for the night, exploring the next day. When we were in Germany or Austria, we bought some e-bikes, so we've got some e-bikes on the back of the motorhome. We're both semi-avid cyclists back home anyway, so really looking forward to exploring a lot of these country areas on bikes, and just generally enjoying life, traveling as much as we can, as far as we can, as often as we can, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah, so after this video, the next one will be in Ireland, where we will be heading to Dublin to pick up our son, who will intermittently pop into the film, but I don't think he'll want to be there a lot. And then when we dump him back after 3 weeks back in Dublin, you can watch us travel north up through Northern Ireland and back down through the Wild Atlantic Way. And we hope you enjoy watching our films. If you like, please subscribe and hit that like button, because apparently it's going to help us.
So we're told. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.